Folks, it's time for a little something new. Today we're going to be playing some Spellmasons. This is a game that kind of came out of nowhere for me. I've seen it like a couple times on like some shorts and that sort of thing. And I'm like, man, that game looks cool. But I never found the actual source. This is basically like Noita meets Rift Wizard, somewhere in the middle. So it's an action, turn-based, physics-based, spell-centric combo game. That's kind of the idea. So I'll run it through, or run you through around here. And yeah, I'm just gonna play the game and go through my decision making. I'm going to hopefully improve. I've been playing this game for, you know, just probably like 20 hours over the past 2 days. It's kind of absorbing my life, but I'm having a really good time with it. So yeah, I figure it's time that I start recording. So we get to choose any place to spawn. We've got enemies, and I'm gonna go ahead and take this guy out right away because he's only got 20 health. He's very weak. So to start off every game, I get to pick between a set of spells. Arrow is a damage dealer, pull is a manipulator, and target submerge. So target spells are kind of like triggers, like from Noita. So like a spark bolt trigger, except it goes off in a very specific scenario. So this one only triggers when an enemy is submerged, which is a little bit specific, but not bad. Definitely interesting. Could do some stuff with that. Arrow's also cool. I'd like to do some arrow builds, and I haven't really played with it too much, so I'm going to go ahead and take arrow. We've also got an uncommon empower, which is really weird, very specific. I haven't really managed to make that work yet. Slash is just great, and last will is pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and take slash. And we've actually got 2 upgrades to our spells. So I haven't seen the arrow upgrade before. Fire's an arrow that deals 20 damage the first target it hits, and it costs 16 rather than 10. So that is a mana positive, or we go for heavy slash, which I think is not worthwhile in the early game. I think you want to pick this up later. Rend is also kind of cool, but I haven't managed to make a build with that work yet either. So yeah, we've only got 2 spells to start, which is a little unusual, but not a big deal. I'm going to kill that guy in 1 hit, and I'm going to stack 2 of these spells together, which is going to fire off 2 of them, as you can see, and that is going to kill that guy. And now you'll see I can't continue spamming my spells because their costs go up every time I cast them. We're in range currently. We can get behind cover against these guys, or we can just step out of range. And I'm just going to step out of range. Drown is quite strong, but we don't have any pushing power just yet, so I'm going to reroll. We got arrow 3 already, which is a little crazy. I don't think arrow 3 is worth it. 20 is a really important breakpoint in this game, and 30 is less important. So I'm gonna skip arrow 3 for the time being, and I guess we're taking target circle, which is fine. That is acceptable. So I can double shoot this guy again, which will get me the kill. And yeah, there we go. That's stage 1 done. There's only 1 place to go. Now, we have access to our book. We could have used it last turn, but there wasn't anything to do with it. So let's see what we've got. We've got investment, which is going to gain a % of SP every level. This is insanely good in the early game. You can snowball out of control super hard with this, so I'm going to go ahead and spam that. And precision's also cool. Obviously, we've already got a target spell, though, so we can't really use it. And Sharp Teeth isn't helpful. We don't have any summons. Clone would give us a summon, but not a very good one. Bounty Potion is incredibly valuable. I'm going to go ahead and lock Bounty Potion. Once again, I'm going to go all in on investments here in the early game. Hopefully that works out well for me. And yeah, we've got quite a few enemies in this area, so I'm thinking this is going to be a double arrow. I don't need to worry about taking damage from these guys, so let's just focus on killing enemies early. We got arrow pierce, which makes my arrows pierce, obviously, that's great. Not something that I've gotten really to play with much, because I generally avoid the arrow spells. I don't find them too exciting most of the time, but maybe I'm missing out, and that's kind of what I'm hoping to find out with this run right here. So I can cast Arrow Pierce and Double Pierce here to get a little bit more damage output, which is okay. We're taking a little bit of chip here, and I guess we'll just go ahead and follow that up. If you only cast a spell once, most spells will revert back to their base cost. But if you keep a close eye on the cost down at the bottom, you'll see it varies from spell to spell, but most offensive spells tend to be pretty quick to return to normal power. Dash is awesome because that allows me to move around, and having some additional mobility can go an extremely long way in this game. So this portal can take me wherever I want to go, which is very nice because I can just nothing personnel this guy. Go ahead and hit him with a couple of slashes, and that does the job. Now, I can't afford any more investment, but once I go in here, you can see I got +8, which is awesome. I didn't lock investment. Whoops. Well, I guess I'm only getting one level of investment. That is a big oops, a big oof, whatever you want to call it. That's a mistake. We're gonna go ahead and not worry too much about it. It'll be helpful nonetheless. Even if it's just like a little bit of extra SP here and there, that's pretty helpful. I'll go ahead and grab Bounty Potion level 2, which will power up the potion power. And I'll also grab Bounty Golem and Winter's Chill, which will be pretty nice. I'm going to go ahead and unlock this. Once again, I'm very newbie at this game, so if you have any pointers other than lock the investment right away, duh. I'm sorry, I failed. It's not gonna be the biggest deal in the world. Sometimes you just don't get it at all. But yeah, we're gonna see if we can kill a couple guys. There we go. But yeah, if you got any pointers for me, feel free to throw it out in the comments, and I will do my best to incorporate it into future gameplay. We got Split. Splits into 2 smaller, weaker versions of itself. Cannot split more than 3 times. This is a spell I've never used, and I would like to learn how to use it. I don't... Normally when you get multiple of a thing, it's like... If you get multiple of yourself, for example, that's just a straight up... What would you call it? Like, you don't get to control your other version of yourself, so they end up just being significantly weaker overall. So not incredibly valuable as an investment, but maybe in the right scenario, it would actually be pretty good. So there we go, that's another kill, and we're saying goodbye to Bounty Potion. I just needed to have Bounty Potion active. That way I'm getting potions, potion drops all the time, that's really good. Changeling leaves behind clones, which could be cool for teleports. I don't have any teleports right now, and it's pretty expensive. Heal on attack is something I haven't really played with, because I try to focus around not getting hit at all. I'm going to go ahead and take 1 Blood Golem, just to have some extra bodies on the board. I tend to try and build my defensive strategies around simply stacking up extra units in a way that would be helpful for me, so yeah. But you'll see that I shirk my HP, I shirk these stats almost entirely, depending on the run, and that might be a mistake, but I try to hold like a couple of spare points here, so that way I can like emergency level up health or stamina or mana given the situation. It really depends on the scenario, but I think that tends to be a fairly decent compromise, all things considered. This guy's just out of range of this this explosive here, which is very unfortunate because that means I'm not going to be able to get the kill on him. But I can get the kill on this guy, move some of these potions around, not in a helpful way, but it will be moved. Let's go ahead and do that. That kills that guy, and then we have some more damage that we need to do to this dude. We do get there. And we get a health potion out of it. This guy's in attack range. This guy's almost in attack range. If I walk around the corner just wrong. If I do this, we're good to go, and I can happily end my turn. We've got access to freeze, bolt, and radius up. Radius up is pretty strong, depending on the setup you're using. Bolt is okay. It's a little bit of extra damage output, but we're really looking for arrow type stuff, so I'm gonna look around. Target column works really well with a very particular arrow that I'm probably going to be looking for. You can see my ally golem just ripped that guy to pieces, but died in the process, so thank you for your work. Can I just shoot this thing? I can, and that'll get us a triple kill. Double kill plus the respawn, I guess. These things aren't really alive. At least as far as I know. Maybe, I mean, they do have health. I don't know if health is an indication of living, though. Probably not. We're going to move over here. I'm just going to set up near this potion. I'm not going to pick it up right away because I want to be able to get over mana. And if I get more mana than I have, I can carry that over to subsequent turns, which is pretty handy. And I've got a nice little snipe here that'll finish this job, getting us another bounty, but that doesn't do anything for us here. Easy peasy round, though. Early game is pretty simple most of the time. And then you kind of hit a brick wall, or at least I hit a brick wall, and hopefully I can dodge it this time. I've managed to get one full loop of this game in. There isn't like a completion. I don't think this game is 100% done, by any indication, but that's okay. Because the gameplay is good, and that's what really matters to me. Though I would love to do a Thorns build, by the way. Oh my goodness. Like, just a giant tanky Thorns build sounds so satisfying. Get a bunch of armor, a bunch of Thorns, but I don't think we're on that path. That's the thing, is these upgrades, depending on when you get them, it really changes the way you end up playing the game, which is really cool. Definitely something very different from Rift Wizard, where you're kind of guaranteed the exact build you want with minimal changes. I'm gonna go ahead and take Double Winter's Chill and unlock it. So that way we are free to get whatever we want. I've actually recently had a very strong mana on Kill Run, but I don't think that's what we're gonna be going for this time. Got a good amount of mana to work with, so I'm gonna go ahead and get these guys killed. We've got some more mana there. We've got our Golem. So that enemy that I just killed, this guy's a priest. He can resurrect enemies, and he's a real pain in the butt for that. Set bounty is kind of crazy, but it costs 200. I don't know how the hell you're supposed to make that work. That is an obscene amount of mana. I imagine this is something that had to be nerfed many, many times, because bounty is incredibly valuable. Heal's kind of cute. Fling is also really good. I think I'm going to take Fling because that's extra mobility. The difference between Dash and Fling is Dash needs a target and Fling doesn't. So, they both have their use cases. And they're both quite good. Let's try to find an angle where I'm not hitting my own guy. There we go. There we go. Good shooting. And... okay, let's see what I've got available here. Black Coin gives me instant kills. I've never used this, and I don't know if I ever will. It feels like it's just so expensive to roll into. Yeah, you know what? I bet... oh, man. You need, like, 5 levels in it before it even becomes, like, remotely relevant, right? Because, like, a 1% chance is so unlikely, and you're not really hitting that much in this game. I don't know, it seems really unhinged. It seems like a really strange choice. Affinity damage is awesome. This is just such a generically good upgrade, so I'm gonna go ahead and get that. And, we've got Bloodletting, so damage heals allies. Probably 1 level of that is worth having. So, I'm gonna get 2 levels of affinity damage, and I'll lock down Bloodletting, because we are getting summons involved. Speaking of summons, our bounty target is down here. So we will definitely go after him right away. And I still don't have any flings or pushes or pulls or anything to knock him into this lava here, which would have been really nice, but it's just not really how. I think I've had, like, choices between mobility and pushing, and I value mobility pretty highly, especially on a build where I need to, like, aim my shots in such a way that they're useful, I suppose. This is not going through, which is weird to me. I'll just go ahead and hit that guy. Thankfully that's a one-hit kill. I might be able to line up. I've got a lot of extra stam thanks to that thing. We can add our piercing arrow to kill that dude over there. And we can get to work on this jelly here. Or jelly. A glop. They're called glops. Get it right. Okay. What am I feeling here? We gotta try not to increase the cost of these too terribly much. But I think I'm gonna use one more of those. And, yeah, we're gonna have a little bit of wasted mana here. Obviously, being mana efficient is good, but, it's not always possible. We got Potion Barrier, which is kind of sick. One level in Potion Barrier can go a long way, so I'm gonna grab that. I kind of overlooked it earlier, but, basically every time you pick up a potion, you get a little bit of extra defense. And, that's awesome for so many reasons, but primarily because you want to be able to have extra HP without leveling up HP, because HP is kind of bad, and there's so many ways in this game to essentially get bonus that you wouldn't normally have. I'm hitting this potion rather than the zombie, unless I get this angle just right. There we go. Yeah, I thought I had the piercing angle, but I did not. 3 arrows, this is new. Fire 3 arrows in a row, dealing 10 damage. And at 16. Okay, or we've got push. Push is so good, but it's gonna show up again. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the triple arrow because that's gonna be wow. It's actually super efficient, super damage efficient compared to like everything seemingly. This seems awesome. That seems really good. I don't quite have the mana to cast it right now. That's okay. That's a nice kill that these little guys got for me. Not too shabby. We've got our next bounty placed. Let's see if we can't find an angle. And I can stack these arrows, and they should both get the penetration effect. But I need a better angle to do so. Let's see if I can burn some more of my stamina to get a better spot to do this. And I don't want to be hitting my own guys, ideally. I really would love to get the kill on this guy, like above all, but you can see that I've got the... Hang on, there might be... Is there like one angle here? There is one angle. Okay, I'll take that. That's worth doing, just to get another angry zombie going. And I can't really do anything else with that. But it's looking pretty good. We're starting to snowball a little bit with our zombs, which is good. That is what we want. This guy's targeting me now, but I'm not too worried about that. We're well within range for just a slash, so that's nice. Bounty doesn't reset, by the way, or doesn't place itself manually after you kill something. You have to wait for the beginning of the turn for a new bounty to set, which is a little bit of balancing. But obviously there are ways to change that in this game, as there are with pretty much everything. You make a rule and then you break it. That's kind of the beauty of these sort of games. And I guess now's a good time, while I'm bringing this up, to talk a little bit about, you know, why this game is so exciting to me. It really does... I have been playing video games all my life. I've been playing roguelikes for all my life. Or for the overwhelming majority of my life, at least. And, you know, I've been disappointed by the overwhelming majority of them. Up until Noita. That really changed my perspective of what a video game could be, and like the creative freedom that brings. And it's just really nice to see more games just allowing that creative freedom. So yeah, this game, it's hitting for me. I like it a lot. And hopefully if this video does well, you'll see a lot more of it. So make sure you watch through and comment and all that sort of thing. And yeah, if not, it'll be my own little personal thing. Maybe you'll see it on my streams. Let's see what we've got access to. So this is when you deal damage poison. We've got a triple damaging attack, which is kind of awesome. When you kill a poisoned enemy, nearby units become poisoned and stacks increase radius. So that's interesting. So I could take like these two and kind of go to the moon with the poison setup. We've got 132 to work with right now. So I'm gonna focus on the inflict poison, and I want to get this number up a lot. I'm gonna go ahead and take that. We're locking a lot of things down here. I don't know how good this is. I'm gonna go ahead and unlock affinity damage. I think we're probably, you know what? No, I need it. I don't like locking too many of these. I think it's really high risk to do, but sometimes it does feel like the correct thing to do. So first things first is I need this guy to die. So let's just barely get in range. Go ahead and blast that guy down. That'll get our first bounty going. And we still have bonus mana to spare. These guys are shooting for 10. This guy's going to be resurrecting people. These guys hit you from across the stage, by the way. They've got insane range. They can hit from anywhere. But they do very bad damage, so that's kind of the trade-off. I can dash up here pretty easily. What other options do I have? I could see if I can get like a good snipe on a couple of these guys. I don't hate that. Get that kill and start to weaken this guy down a bunch. He's getting damage reduction because of his passive. Elites get passives. That's a bit of a thing. Bit of a thing to play around. Let's see. So this is gonna do 15 poison. This guy's got 30 attack, so 20. Okay, so that kills him. I'll take one hit from him. That's not a big deal. And yeah, that'll finish the job. So there we go. And I could dash over here to get this extra stam. And then run over here to get into like a better position to pick up this next potion. The other option is I could just dash over to this one. That's probably even more efficient. And then maybe I can kill these guys as well. I'm thinking, do I have enough for add air? I do, I have exactly enough, and then I can double these guys down, which is super nice, and see if I can get behind cover. Not quite, but we've got that extra shield. Thanks to all the junk we've been picking up, I'm gonna grab pull, because having additional stuff is really good. You can see here just how many spell slots you can have at any given time. Generally, you want to have like a hotbar full of the stuff that you really want, and then worry about the rest of it later. See, we didn't even breach our damage there, which is nice. Where did the bounty go? There it is. We're still in pretty good shape. I'm a little worried. We're gonna be upping our mana costs are just kind of going way up. Is the main issue. Frick, man. Things are expensive. I don't want to blast myself with that. We could kill these two, which would be really good. I need to kill this bounty, though, because that's how I get more zombs, which is how I kind of keep this whole thing rolling in my current setup. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Get another bounty potion. Try to get behind cover. Keep in mind these guys' range attacks don't reach around cover. Unlike these guys who kind of like lob their attacks. Very annoying enemy. But yeah, this should recover a lot of my mana costs, which is nice. My golems are tanking quite beautifully. We're seeing a lot more revives, and that bite, I don't know what just happened there. It looked like it, I think it hit me. And now I'm on very low health, so I'm in a lot of danger. Man, oh man, this sucks. Okay, well, let's go ahead and open with one of these. I might be able to do... Hang on, where's the bounty? It's way down there. What a pain in the butt. What an absolute pain in the butt. Okay, so let's do this. So that's poisoned you for 45, so you're dead. You're dead. These two are getting away with robbery. I'm gonna dash over here, grab this. And I've got 560, so I can spend some to move. And I really want this guy to win this fight, so I'm gonna go ahead and kill this thing. There we go. Grab this HP, which is gonna get us all shielded up again. We're back up to 30. And I'll spend a little bit more stamina getting closer to this stam potion. Winter's chilled, putting in nice work for me. We still have this golem. Lots of people dying to poison, because we incorporated that into the build, and it is doing absolute work. I'm trying to do like a bit of a shotgun spray here, because it should provide enough poison to just kind of kill these guys outright. At least that's kind of the plan. So you're poisoned for 30, so you're dead. You're poisoned for 30, you'll never get close enough. So let's get this corner done here, I suppose. Don't have quite enough for that, so we're just gonna have to pop an arrow. And I'm thinking one of these, and then I've got plenty of stam to get behind cover again. Don't have the range for that. And I'm not going to invest in the range either. I don't think it's worthwhile. This guy's stepping into range, just getting killed, unfortunately. We've got a fresh bounty on the table, which is very nice. Let's go ahead and blast a couple fools. This guy should be getting hit pretty hard by that. I think I'm just going to kill this guy outright, because poison activates at the end of their turn. And I do not want to mess with that. Debilitate is gotta be like one of the best spells in the whole game. Making a target take 100% more damage. And having it be stackable is insane. It's just so stupidly good. It's awesome. So this guy got frozen, which means he didn't get a chance to shoot me, which is very convenient. Let's go ahead and blast this guy for 3. I haven't really used this spell before, so it's a little janky. Little wonky, but I'm learning. Learning to love arrows. Let's go ahead and blast this guy. That's 15. He's dead. You're dead. I just need to stay in cover and I'm good to go. Let's enter. I think that's round complete. Very nice. Very nice. That went super well. So far, so good on this run. 7 SP gain. Just because I got that early investment. It's probably like a blessing in disguise that I didn't save it. I'm gonna say that as a cope. You know, it's a good thing. No, it's good. It's good that I don't have that. I don't want bloodletting anymore. I should have unlocked that earlier. Last stand. When you die, resurrect some corpses within your cast range. I don't care. That is not a... I mean, that's an interesting... I've never used this. I should probably try it. It actually sounds kind of interesting. Because some matches, you just litter the entire ground with corpses, and that could be pretty good in that scenario. Taking a little sip. Let's go ahead and upgrade those two. That should be pretty nice, and that leaves me room for an emergency upgrade, which is... good to have access to, especially when these ghost archers start showing up. They do 40 damage a shot, which is no freaking joke. They're very, very dangerous. And we gotta play around them as much as we can. So, to start off, let's go ahead and get our piercing arrows blasting. And this guy's just gonna get destroyed. Do I even need piercing arrows here? I could just go for... well, the benefit is that we pop this, which gives us extra... But, like, is that enough damage to be worth considering? I mean, it starts... yes, it starts the process on the green glop, and that's actually pretty valuable, because the more enemies you can hit at once, the better. And even if it's, like, one extra enemy, that is worthwhile. So this thing's poisoned for 80. That thing is destined to die now. We could probably jump into this portal, teleport down here, get a double shot on these two. I don't hate that. That seems okay. I think we'll go for it. We'll do a little dash Reno. I'll do one of these, and I'll teleport down here. Now I've got 90 to work with. And I should be able to sneak just in range to pop you with 2 of those, which will get me the kill there. Very nice. So that was just 2 slashes along with the debilitate, which is quite good. I might have, maybe I should have used it on that one too. That's probably, I should have considered that more, because I could have just used target circle and I would have had enough mana to do that as well. I need to get better at doing that. I think maybe I need to start playing with higher max manas, which is something that I'm kind of trying to do, but I'm just not doing a very good job of it just yet. Something to work on in the future. We got 32 mana remaining, and I think I'm just gonna walk up and slash this guy. And maybe I pull him into the drink. I don't have quite enough mana for that. The other option is I try to fling out of range, so let's see if I can do that. Here. Ugh. I think it'll work with the walking. There we go. Okay. That's a fine turn. Pretty eventful overall. This guy should die at the end, which will give me that, and now we've got a good line to poke at this guy. That one died from the poison, which is exactly what I wanted. Now we've got this fight pretty much all wrapped up already. The rest of it should be a mere formality. Let's move over here a little bit and blast you once. You're super poisoned, and I'll hit you with another one of these just to finish the job. And we'll get into cover. I could use a couple more curses. Winter's Curse is great. Definitely feels like I need more. Okay, new bounty placed. You are already dead. So that's nice. I need to look at the book right now. Okay. We're definitely getting into a bit of a flow state, which is nice. I can just kind of blast out some arrows here. And it's not quite enough to kill. But we've got these guys helping, so it shouldn't be that big of an issue. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and turn. We win this just off of the back of the poison and the golems. That worked out well. 20 poisons doing pretty good work. That doesn't mean I don't want more though. I do. I do in fact want even more. Toxic Resurrect resurrects the dead unit and converts them to the caster's faction. They will die in 3 turns. I don't really see that pairing well with what I'm going for, so I'm gonna go ahead and skip out on that one and take Push, because Push is stupidly good. One of the very best spells in the whole game. At least, so I'm told. And so it feels. It feels very, very strong. Okay, we've got a Ghost Archer with... a standard Ghost Archer. No extra frills on them. Liquid Mancer's pretty good. Soul Magic costing health instead of mana. We're not using any Soul Magic. Fargazer doesn't help us at all because we already have infinite range with arrows. That is the benefit of arrows, is that they go far. They go very, very far. I'm gonna go ahead and do this Plague Master combo. There we go. I'm gonna go ahead and unleash that now because I don't think we're going to need any extra range other than the +1 upgrade. I don't know exactly what the ranges are off the top of my head, but I've been playing by feel, and that feels about right. Trying to think of like a good cover location when I drop down. So I need to find a good spot to essentially start to take over the map from. And I need this guy dead. He's got 80 health capacity, so we're going to be ripping through him with arrows. It's going to be doing 30, so I could use that twice plus one of these to get the kill. And that might be the simplest maneuver. I think we do just run the ranged gambit and abuse the corner. I think that's what we're going to do. Okay. 1, 2, 1, boom. blasted. And we've got very little mana to work with here, unfortunately. I have enough to cast one of these, but not really enough. I'm just gonna fling myself over here. There we go. When this guy steps in range, I'll have a lot of options. Or if he might not step in range at all, he's gonna hit. Okay, so Bounty has moved. Time to get blasting. Let's go ahead and do some of this. Don't have enough mana this time, so we're gonna have to rely on the whole poison ticks to do the last of it. So this will kill those 3. And I think we're sticking exactly where we are. We want to have this area as like a back... Oh, I'm dead! Oh no. I was gonna say, we want this area as like a backup range, but I just didn't see them targeting me. But of course they're targeting me, they're archers. Oh my god, what a silly death. Alright, well, that's what happens. This game's hard. I'm gonna go ahead and call it there for like just a little quick short episode of Taste. And I'm gonna record another one right away. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed. Please make sure you comment and leave a like and all that sort of thing if you enjoyed this and you want to see more of it, because I want to play more of it, and we're gonna do at least one more episode right away. So I'll catch you in the next episode, probably in like 2 days for you. See ya.